Within hours of taking the oath of office, President Trump signed an executive order that would end birthright citizenship. While it was a campaign promise, Cal State East Bay public affairs professor Brandon Phillips said he wasn't expecting the president to take action so quickly.
The presumptiveness to undermine the Constitution with an executive order is shocking, and I think a place that a lot of people did not see us going so quickly.
Let's take a step back.
Can the Constitution be changed with an executive order?
It cannot. Typically, the process for changing the Constitution requires the proposal of an amendment in Congress that would repeal or change a previous amendment.
A new amendment has to pass the House and the Senate with a 2/3 majority, and then there would have to be a constitutional convention. So while an executive order cannot change the Constitution, there's still a possibility a proposal could be made to Congress.
In this moment, we're closer to that being possible than probably we've been in the past if we look at the outcome of the last election. There are a significant amount of states who might vote to support an amendment like this if it is presented to them.
California and 17 other states are suing Trump over the executive order.
Birthright citizenship should not be up for debate. As California's chief law enforcement officer, I won't allow that.
Even with that legal action and a century of precedents, Phillips says a lot of uncertainty remains within immigrant communities.
In court, and the makeup of the Supreme Court is that they have already shown us that precedent is not something they are afraid to overturn. We've seen that with cases like Roe versus Wade.
Reporting in San Francisco, Sarah McGrew, KCRA 3 News.
This is the first legal challenge California is taking against the president in his second term. AG Bonta said his office is reviewing all of the executive orders signed by President Trump and will continue to bring lawsuits if necessary.